You might ask yourself, why aren't you earning millions yet if that's something that you want? And by the way, we're not talking about earning millions for the sake of accumulation and, greed and whatever you want to call it. We are talking about earning millions as a reward for the people that you have been serving, for making a difference in people's lives. It's a reward. It doesn't come easy. But if you're not where you want to be yet, in your service, in your income, maybe even in your life, your lifestyle, I'd like to tell you why. You may be saying, what is she talking about? Who, me? Who, me? Who are you talking about? That's not me you're talking about, playing a bigger game and earning millions and shifting the planet forward. You might be thinking, I'm not good enough. You might be comfortable in your perhaps vanilla life and not want to rock the boat. You may be approaching life and opportunities that come to you with lots of excuses. You may know exactly what you're here to do, but you may be feeling a lot of resistance. Maybe you have feelings of not deserving. Maybe, like the majority of people on this planet, maybe you are driven by fear, which keeps you playing small. And when presented with an opportunity to play big, if you're being honest with yourself, there's some self-sabotage that happens. Yes? Yes. And if we're being really honest, if we were to put a microphone inside your head, we could get a glimpse of that very loud inner critic that lives in there. We all have it. It's a question of how you respond to it. In the past, you've been given opportunities to invest in yourself, but you've been afraid to invest in yourself. There's been indecision and waffling about whether or not to do something. And our friend, procrastination. Yay, go ahead, give our friend procrastination a hand, yeah. Procrastination is doing an awesome job. It's winning. It's winning. And so is that voice inside that sometimes says, what's wrong with you? You can't have that. It's not for you. And then there's the worry. Worrying what they'll think if you play a bigger game. Worrying that they'll abandon you. Worrying that they don't like you. Worrying that you'll fail. Worrying that you'll succeed. And ignoring the signs that show up. You know how the signs keep showing up? And you know you should say yes? Avoiding criticism. Not seeing the opportunities that are right under your nose. Go like this with me. Every single one of you, go like this with me. I will teach you over the course of the next 3 days that for you to play a bigger game and get everything that you say you want, it's actually already in your life. It's right under your nose. Say, it's right under my nose. It's right under your nose, but you're not saying yes to the opportunities. And maybe it's because of everything we've talked about so far, and maybe there's just a lot of distraction in your life. Maybe it's because you have this thing called perfection paralysis. Come on, admit it. Say, I do. I do. And then there's also the analysis paralysis. Let me analyze this till the cows come home. Oh, wow, I wonder why I never did anything with that. And can I keep getting real here? Say, bring it, Fabienne. There is something that we'll talk about today about a certain type of vibration that prevents you from becoming the bigger you that you are destined to be. And it's resentment. And it can look like resenting highly successful people in the field or resenting rich and successful people. It can mean quitting 3 feet from gold. And it usually has to do with you not having enough faith in your abilities. Because as Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you're absolutely right. And if you want to know why it's been so difficult, it's because of all of this. Until now. Because you might say, yeah, that pretty much sums up how I get my own way, in my own way, each and every day. But here's what I'm here to tell you. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. There's nothing wrong with you. Turn to the person next to you and look at them in the eye and say, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. It's not my fault.